Okay, here's part 2. I'm joined with a new face. That's your cue. Introduce yourself.
Hello. I'm Lindsey Senpai on YouTube, but I also have a Power Rangers blog called TheFemaleRed if anyone's interested. So
it's a very interesting read, I'll tell you right now.
Right.
And here's the second episode. We get this nice, more comic cutscenes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, this is actually upsetting because Lightspeed Rescue was like one of my favorite seasons.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best, but in terms of like the Ultraman series, I would say it's pretty good.
The best is, I think, is In Space because it saved Power Rangers.
Hell yes. It is the best one.
Or the, meh. I'm not even reading this.
Did they make this on Microsoft Paint?
I wish they did. It might look better.
Oh my goodness.
Pink Ranger, ready for action.
Oh, and apparently the Pink Ranger's ready for action.
2, 1, go!
Take that any way you want.
Time to get this, Ranger. Over here!
By the way, this is the hardest difficulty setting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you... So with these graphics, the last guy on had a lot to say about them, but they're not the absolute worst I've seen on N64.
Triple fire!
You do get some games on the N64 with some really good graphics.
Double
Yeah.
fire.
Most of them are pretty terrible.
This is really freaking repetitive, actually.
Speed burn.
It looks it.
You know, I wonder if the Lightspeed Rangers actually had a shoot punch, it might, work better.
Quite possibly.
Visibility.
Nope. You ever play any Power Ranger games?
Ooh, not in a long time. I can't remember which ones, but
Health up.
I didn't really play as many games because back in the day, makes myself sound old, it was mainly all about Zelda and Spyro and basically all the popular games on the PlayStation 1 and the N64. So,
PlayStation 1 had a Time Force game, which looked interesting.
Double
did it?
Yeah, I never played it, but I watched a little gameplay. It was like exploration on it. A little.
extra damage.
I heard someone say the best ones were like a Time Force on a Game Boy Color and a Wild Force game.
Yeah, I remember the like ads for the Wild Force game, but I never really played it.
You ever see the commercial for this game?
No, I'd not actually heard of it until you started playing it.
I saw the commercial as a kid. It advertised some kid with his dad dressed like the Red Ranger. He's like, don't settle for a cheap knockoff. Get this game.
Oh dear.
Speed burst.
No.
You know, Dad dressed as a Red Ranger. That sounds strangely like SPD. Back in the days of Disney.
SPD, where they freaking use the Time Force Red Ranger costume.
And the in-space helmets. Wasn't that bad though. SPD was okay, I guess.
It got very mixed reactions.
Mm.
I know one member of the my website actually hates SPD.
Yeah, I think it's not the worst one by Disney, Operation Overdrive, but
The treasure to
it's
be
certainly
found,
not
isn't
one of
that?
their best. It's certainly not one of their best.
No. Operation Overdrive. I saw like one episode of that and was done.
It was pretty terrible.
It did have Once a Ranger though.
Visibility.
Yes, I think that's probably its only redeeming feature.
Oh,
It's the Turbo of the Disney era, I think. Although saying that, I actually enjoyed Turbo when I was a child, anyway. Because let's face it, when you're young, you're stupid.
when I was young, I had the Turbo movie VHS and put it in at least once a day.
I have it on DVD. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although saying that, I will probably, if I can get my camera working to review, maybe.
Want me to show you some DVD rippers?
I've got DVD decryptor, so I can get the
Yay!
footage. Oh,
We beat a stage, and Pink Ranger does a muscle pose.
because that's totally not Butch.
It could be worse. You ever see like the Super Nintendo Power Ranger games?
Oh god.
Good games, but every Ranger is a recoloring of the Red Ranger, and they're all this big muscular form, which is really creepy if you're playing the pink or yellow.
3, 2, 1, go!
And this stage again. I guess all the Rangers got new Zords where they just shoot water.
How many levels are there on this game?
There's 3 episodes, each one has a little less than 10. And they're all this long.
Oh god. It's probably just more of the same thing.
Yep. Although we do eventually get to play a couple new Megazords.
That's pretty cool.
The Max Solar Zord and the Omega Mega.
I'm curious in a bad way to see what the artwork's going to look like for the rest of the villains, considering how poor the Diabolico image was.
Yeah, you don't actually get to fight Diabolico in this game, by the way.
Oh, that blows.
At the end of it, he just like, ugh, I got a headache.
Wait, so he's copying Rita now?
You know,
Oh, dear.
Shoe Rangers, Rita Bandora only did the headache thing on one episode.
Yeah, that's the thing with the US. They think, oh, if one joke's funny, we're just going to do it over and over. That's not how it works.
It works because lower standards because of censorship.
Yeah.
You watch any Sentai
seen-
besides Shinkangers?
I did watch a lot of Bokenja and Deca Ranger, and I've just started getting into Gokaija. So
Ooh, Go Kaiser's my favorite so far.
my friends won't shut up about it.
Well, why not? They stole the powers of all the past Rangers. And they like gender swap some of the colors in past themes.
Yeah, I think when they used the Magi Ranger powers, and I was like, wait
Yep,
a minute.
the pink
Oh
and-
my god!
The yellow and blue. Oh, it gets
Yes.
better. Wait till they go Abba Rangers and you get to see the white Abba Ranger with a skirt. Not even joking.
Yeah.
I mean, Abba Killer, yeah.
I am just picturing that in my head.
On the plus side, we did finally get to see Yellow Shoe Ranger with a skirt. As a kid, I honestly didn't make that connection.
Yeah, you don't. When you watch it when you're a child, you don't realize that it's a man in the suit because you don't know it's Sentai footage when you're watching it on the TV. When, like, way back when.
There's actually male stunt doubles for some of the Pink Rangers. They just kind of fake it.
It doesn't surprise me.
You know, the guy who played the Quantum Ranger, he was actually one of the original stunt doubles.
Yeah,
And
he's got a YouTube channel.
Does he?
Yeah,
Huh.
and I only found out recently that he voiced Virgil in Devil May Cry 3. I recently found that out, and I was like, what? Now it makes sense.
Oh, see how many animes that Johnny Young Bosch Adam voiced.
A lot.
I did a Where Are They Now on him.
I know. I was watching it earlier today, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. How many? I think I subscribed to you like not too long after you released your third. Where are they now?
Bonnie
I don't know
Adams.
which one that is now because Savannah flagged them. Yay.
I've managed to re-upload them. Got them on
Yeah, I've seen.
on Daily Motion. I got the originals, those are on its tail time.
That's good.
But I did find a nice workaround for footage. Just
Yeah, you used GIFs now, don't you?
Yep. I got a subscription to GIFSoup, so future ones will be actual good quality. I use those in the Green with Evil vlog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that.
Yay! Hey, oh yeah, we were doing a stage. I didn't even know the objective. I guess it was just survive.
Yeah, it's just go down a road and blast things.
Oh, here we go, some Megazord. Time to crank up the Megazord. Sadly, that doesn't sound too far off of what they would actually say.
Stop motion Microsoft Paint!
Lightspeed Megazord.
Come on, I've made better animation than that. I'm not even an art
3,
student.
2, 1, fight!
I can make better than that and I don't do animation.
No, but you're a pretty good artist.
Well, I'm doing this at uni, so... Or college, as you call it.
Oh, look at that! We get to fight the first boss again. Because he was just so memorable.
Oh no! Semi-see-through polygons!
By the way, last part I actually forgot I could strafe. Somebody just gave me advice in there and I didn't... What did that do? It just made a noise. Stop shielding me, punk. By the way, that punch, if you time it right, you can just juggle it throughout the whole fight.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've lost some cheap ways because of that. You know, this gameplay is actually similar to a Sega 32X game. And they did it better.
Quite possibly.
It's called Metalhead. It was a first-person kind of shooter like this.
I can think of other bad first-person shooters. Have you heard of Resident Evil Survivor?
No.
You got a worst game ever award.
Even worse than Superman?
Yeah. Hang on.
What?
Just looking on Wikipedia.
Oh.
I'm curious now. I want to see which, company or something gave Resident Evil Survivor a worst game ever award.
It was me. I'm just kidding. Oh, look at that. It wasn't missiles. The Megazord had a crossbow. Are you ready for Titan City? Titan City? I thought it was called Mariner Bay.
Hmm.
Hey, there's Diabolico, I think. He looks like the devil. And he's
It does.
He's pilfered a coin.
Look at my steroids. Like, steroid buffness.
Blue Ranger, ready for action.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is painfully easy.
Didn't you say this was on the hardest setting?
Yes.
Speed burst.
I think. I turned it up on the first part.
Super armor.
Oh, I've got the thing now. It was by something called Game Informer. Maybe they hated this game too.
I mean, this is a THQ game. They make, like, SpongeBob and Fairly OddParents. Or they did, before out of business.
Oop, my Facebook is going off.
Oh no. Well, aren't you famous?
Oh,
Super damage.
By the way,
Health up.
I showed your, Nostalgia Critic video to the movie critic on my site, and he just
oh no.
No, he cracked up and then screamed at me to hire you.
Double fire.
I made it because I was bored. I think I had an hour free on a Friday
Oh,
before
look.
I went
Hey,
back
look.
to class.
Hey, look, a monster.
Oh no, Attack of the Polygons!
By the way, if not for that video, I probably never would have heard of Wrecking Ball.
That's probably a good thing, because the song is terrible.
It is. It's a publicity stunt, you know it is.
Yep.
I don't... Arena... Oh, look, now I can play him in the multiplayer. Was that Lava Monster in Lightspeed Rescue? I don't remember.
Hell if I know.
I haven't watched it in years.
Accelerator, ready for action!
Again. How many different stages has there been? 4?
3, 2, 1, go!
You must stop lava cut.
Lava
Doesn't look
Tub.
very yellow.
I think Yellow was actually, a guy in Sentai, too.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. What's the Sentai series for Lighspeed Rescue?
It was called Go-Go 5.
That was my
It
thing.
actually was a rescue theme, so they got that right. But there was there actually was no extra Ranger. Titanium Ranger was made in Power Rangers.
Yeah, I know. It looked actually quite good.
Yeah, a lot better than the freaking A Squad.
Yeah, I think that they could have done more with the A Squad, I think. Although saying that, nothing is as bad as Lord Zed's Dark Rangers, which I'm pretty sure you're going to get to in your vlogs. Have fun reviewing that.
I remember that episode.
I just pushed it out of my mind, and then I just watched a Linkara video on it, and I'm like, oh dear God, no.
I've been compared to Linkara once or twice. He, I don't know, I watched the history of Power Rangers, it was okay, although I don't think he goes into enough background information.
Yeah, because he doesn't watch the Sentai, does he?
Nope. He said that in the first part. I did watch through all of Zyurangers. It's definitely... The 90s Sentai are a lot darker than the modern ones, I'll tell you now.
Yeah, because I definitely can agree with you after watching Shinkenger. So...
And Shinkenger is actually more lighthearted than the older ones.
Yeah. I mean...
You know, fun story about Samurai. Apparently Disney didn't think they could do a Samurai-themed Power Rangers, so they just remade the original.
Oh my god. No, it was by Saban.
I know. Yeah, that's why Disney didn't do it. That's why Disney didn't do it. Saban got
fair
it.
enough.
And Saban
I
just...
think it was just... My sister and I were just sat watching, like, an episode of Samurai, and then I'm just head in the hands, just thinking, oh god, no.
It's a direct... They're like trying to directly reenact Shinkangers.
Yeah. We both think they should have just skipped it and went straight on to Go Seija.
Although they're not doing Go Seija very well. They're skipping around a lot, they're using the stock footage weird. I watched Go Seija. I knew 2 years in advance those trading cards were coming.
Still, they're trying to bring back all the, like, phrases and stuff from Mighty Morphin, like the whole "it's Morphin time" thing. It worked in the 90s. It doesn't work now.
Oh, Sentai did in its morphing time.
Did they?
After Go Kaiser, Go Busters, that one had a lot of Power Ranger reference in it. The enemies, instead of make them grow, they're actually big and small and big enemies are separate. The big ones are called Megazords. And every time they transform, their morpher actually says, "It's morphin' time" in English. I'm not joking.
Oh, wow.
It's a spy theme, kinda.
Sounds pretty interesting.
The Red Ranger, the Rangers, they all have, like, enhanced abilities, but weaknesses. It's one of those... It's a weird... In Sentai, there's a tradition that after an anniversary theme, they gotta do a 3-person team.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Kind of.
Well, I'm just saying that because Go Busters was a 3-team. They have weird weaknesses. The Blue Ranger, like, overheats. The yellow one, I call them Rangers just for convenience. The yellow one will faint if she doesn't eat candy, and the Red Ranger freezes if he sees a chicken.
Oh dear.
And if you say chicken, he just gets all jittery.
My uncle owns a chicken farm. Just throwing that out there.
Oh boy. How's can you tell me about your Shinken Red helmet? Like, how does it feel wearing it?
Very hot.
Oh, I know.
I think I've found out ways, I think, to make it if I was going to make another one, because I do plan on making another helmet. Not while I'm at college, but because if I get paint or anything, well, the staff are going to kill me, but...
You take commissions?
No, because I don't have the money to, like, make any of it.
Aw.
Takes a while too.
Well, that's why you're supposed to include the charge of it in the fee for the commission.
Yeah, I know, but still.
I learned one trick to make it a little easier to breathe in a helmet. Like, from one maker, the visor, it's not on all the way, it's like a little loose on the bottom, which lets extra air get in.
I've got gaps for the eye parts, so that I think next time I won't make it quite so thick, and I'll add air vents. So,
The Shinken red helmet that you buy from Color Suits almost killed someone.
yeah, I saw somebody faint. Can't remember who they were cosplaying, but it was a big Power Rangers shoot at London MCM Comic Con.
That's why. Yeah, there's a video about it. That's why you don't buy the cheap helmets ever. They're heavy. They don't have any air holes, and the clamps are on the inside, which makes them hard to take off.
Yeah.
I got mine from Anarchy. There's like 7 air holes under the nose, which is how it was in the
I saw a
show.
few Power Rangers at the most recent London Comic Con. I think I saw a Mighty Morphin Green without the cloth shield, thank God.
Without the what?
Correct colour scheme and no cloth shield.
That cloth shield, I don't think any cosplayers make that.
No.
Oh, some do the silver helmet. Hey, look, Titanium Ranger.
But he's got gold on him.
Yeah.
So. No, it's quite yellow compared to the series. I guarantee, I just said it's got gold on him. Someone is going to comment saying, but it was gold in the show. I know. But not this yellow.
You don't get to play Titanium Ranger, which is sad because you... Oh.
Lightspeed Megazord versus Lavaka.
Lavaka, that's his name.
3, 2, 1, fight!
You know, Titanium Ranger's Zord was the Max Solar Zord. I'm wondering how they did that in Go-Go 5, or did it even have a pilot?
Magic. A wizard did it.
And Go Sagers, have you watched Mega Force at all?
A few episodes. One of my friends actually likes it. He says it gets better, but I don't know.
The first few episodes were great. It actually gets worse over time. Because it's all filler. They're trying to save for Super Mega Force, which is Go Kaiser.
Yeah. I agree with, what's his name? Mr. Weenie Productions.
Ah, that guy. You watch him too?
I'm not subscribed, but I do watch a few of his videos, like the ones about the Legend War, which I hope is not going to be terrible.
I watched the Legend War movie in Sentai.
I haven't watched that yet. I have watched the Great Hero Battle, though. Go Sage versus Go Kaiser. That's pretty cool.
No, that was the War movie.
No, there's one before that, and Go Sager.
Oh.
How they all lost their powers to begin with. How else would Go Kaiser got all the keys? At least I think that's how it's done. God, these graphics are terrible. I have friends doing games design degrees, and all of their work is a lot better than this.
Well, would they be better back in 2001?
I mean, I know this is like 12 years ago, but still. You've seen the graphics on Ocarina of Time and all the other Zelda games that came out around that time. Even the graphics on them was a lot better than this shit.
Oh, I don't doubt it. And the gun sounds like it's a toy pop gun.
Probably is.
Listen.
Oh my god! That is terrible!
Too bad in Lightspeed Rescue, the Green Ranger was like the pilot, and he was actually pretty good with it. And he dropped some flyers to show off how great he was.
Yeah, he was pretty awesome.
I've watched the 3 Go Kaiger movies. I reviewed them, actually. Yeah. There's one more. There's actually... The actual big war movie, I'd say, would be the Super Sentai versus Kamen Rider movie.
I've not seen that.
It's actually Go Buster's time, but Go Kaiser is kind of the main Sentai of it.
I still haven't watched the Kamen Rider Shinkenger episodes. Yeah, because they appear at the end of the episode saying, if you want to see what this, go and watch Kamen Rider.
Decade. Yeah, I was watching Shinkengers and I stopped it because I think, I gotta go and watch Decade now.
What is that, like a giant sellotape?
Yep, that's how they fix the Oh yeah, that was the plot of that stage. The Aqua Dome got a crack in it, so we had to go around collecting those boxes for supplies to fix it. They put a big band-aid on it.
Oh dear.
Oh, he's made a new monster, the evil Mirror Megazord. Oh gosh, I freaking hate mirror copies. It's so uncreative. Where did Titanium Ranger go?
Plot hole. He went down a plot hole.
And in the show, he was always absent because they couldn't really afford that much American footage, but... it's like the Megazord's winking at us.
Megazord versus evil Mirror Megazord.
You ever have a Megazord wink at you?
That would be a little bit weird.
Fight.
Anyone ever cosplay as a Megazord?
No, I've seen plenty of Transformers though, so it can be done.
Ouch! Oh yeah, I didn't even use the big blast. I didn't really need to. I'm just juggling him at this point. How did that miss? By the way, I got this game for about $5.
Hang on.
What's up?
That's about £3 in the UK.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know, aren't they?
I just checked an app on my phone, so. So what happens when you get cosplay stuff, you have to like convert it into pounds a lot if you obviously live in the UK.
I've had to do that the other way around a couple times. Sometimes with yen when I ordered a Sentai soundtrack disc.
Oh yeah.
By the way, we finally reached the point where $1 is 100 yen. Even.
Fair enough.
Yes, our money's value is dropping.
That's kind of happening over here too.
I know a little of pounds because there's like one or two UK numbers on the website, but
Maybe.
oh, apparently, even though we won that fight easily, apparently we lost.
Huh.
Oh wait, that's the end of the second episode, so I guess that's the end of this part. Yeah, the next fight would have been Max Solar Zord. So,
This game doesn't make any sense.
didn't even keep your interest enough to pay attention to it.
Pink Ranger, ready for action.
So I'm just gonna go ahead.
2, 1.
So we're gonna go ahead and call it there. So on the last part, would you like to say anything else about your own work?
If I actually update anything, I will most likely be having a YouTube channel starting to go with my blog, so
You already have two.
which I'm sure Cendoo will put on his Twitter if anyone's interested. So, but I'm like really busy at the moment with university work, so.
I'll post links in the description. So thanks a million for coming on.
Ooh, that was my phone.
All right. Any final words for the game before you go?
I'm not sure. Those are my words.
You're not sure. I thought you hated it.
Yeah, pretty terrible.
If it's terrible watching, just imagine playing. Up. See you in the next one, y'all. Bye.
Goodbye.